morning and welcome to VSA Morning Miner. It's Thursday, the 21st of August. I'm joined by Paul Rankin. Paul, how are you today?
And good morning to you. Just fine, thanks.
Excellent. We've got a few bits out this morning, some fundraise news and operational updates. We'll start with Premier African Minerals following the update that we had earlier in the week.
Yes, they announced today a subscription to a raise of 1.38 million sterling before expenses to be priced at 0.023 pence per share. This for the Zulu lithium and tantalum project in Zimbabwe in order to continue with the optimization and commercialization of the primary flotation plant there, as well as settlement of certain expense and debt obligations. It does add 6 billion shares to the registry, so it is one of the companies out there with the most shares in issue.
Yep. We will see what happens next with the plant upgrade. Pulsar Helium has also raised, I think, £3.7 million in total.
Yes, that's right. That was the issue for 3.44 million sterling on 14.97 million new shares at uh, uh, 23 pence per share, or about Canadian 43 cents Canadian, and then an additional just over $500,000 Canadian for 1.2 million shares in Canada. And they're expected to be admitted onto the AIM market around August 29th there. So well done them for getting this money in for the continued development of their projects there in Minnesota.
Yeah, that obviously follows that flow testing news with, strong flow rates and high grades that we talked about last week. And we've also got a feasibility study coming up on another project for Pulsar. Good support from their major shareholder, taking them up to 4.5%. And this was also a life offering, which basically means that because they've done some additional regulatory work and filed a form of prospectus, there's no 4-month hold on the Canadian shares. Turning to operational updates, there's one out from Andrada, who we haven't mentioned for a while.
Yes, that's right. Andrada, the tin miner down in Namibia that's listed in London, it has announced that it has completed the full construction now of the second jig plant for recovery of tin there on its U.S. tin project in Namibia. And it was completed on time and budget, and commissioning essentially starts this next week on that plant. The intent being to greatly increase the total output of tin concentrates from the U.S. mine. So seems to be coming right along.
Uh, yeah, actually, the share price is up 48% so far this year. I think prior to that, it had been hit pretty hard as the lithium potential had given them quite a high valuation. And obviously, as prices came down, that dropped away probably too much. And now with growth on the tin side, they're seeing some positive momentum and recovery there.
Yes, that's right, and it is still a very small cap company at this point too, which, for its significance, I think the Western markets in tin is a little bit strange, I would say.
And then lastly, Savannah Resources, lithium in
Yes,
Portugal.
that's right. They Savannah reported the last of their drill out assays on their Mina do Barossa pegmatite lithium project in Portugal. These last assays on three of the pegmatites, essentially to confirm up what had been inferred to indicated and so forth, for the purposes of completion of the DFS toward what would be the first final investment decision for development of that project as a mine. And three of the different pegmatites they looked at or did work on: the Grandel, the Reservatorio, and the Pinheiro pegmatites. All three of those showing multi tens of meters intercepts at well above 1% Li2O in those holes. I don't think nothing's particularly notable otherwise in the statement, but just to show that the mineralization, as expected, has proven to be rich enough and thick enough in order to be included as reserve in due course.
Yeah, I think this has always looked like a pretty good lithium deposit in terms of volumes and grades. The question has always been, can it get permitted and funded in a timely fashion?
And it has been granted a critical status by the EU now, that particular project, for funding consideration. So I would say it is going to proceed. It's just the timing is the issue.
All right, Paul, thanks very much. We'll be back tomorrow.
Very good. Thanks.
This podcast has been produced and edited by VSA Capital. It is intended for information purposes and not as investment advice. The information is intended for recipients who understand the risks associated with equity investments in smaller companies. Please do your own research and do not rely on a single source when making an investment decision. VSA Capital may derive fees from this content and seeks to do business with the companies mentioned.